Hey, what's going on, guys? So in this video we're going to be comparing the Poco X3 NFC to the Moto G Power, and we're going to be taking a look at both of these devices now. The Poco X3 NFC is going to give you that price of about $205. You do get a 15-watt charging brick inside of the Motorola G Power, and inside of the Poco X3 NFC you are getting that 33 fast charging brick as well. Now I'm rocking the Poetic, I believe this is the Spartan series right here that I have on my phone right here, but I definitely like to rock this when I'm outside. And then I do have my very favorite cam shield, which I do have on the Poco X3 NFC as well. Now let's get into build quality. We do have an interesting design on both of these phones. Now on the right, on the Poco X3 NFC, we are getting Gorilla Glass 5 on the back as well as plastic frame. The Poco letters actually have like a holographic lettering to them, so when you shift it in the light they will change the colors, and I think that's pretty cool. On the back of the the Moto G Power, we do have like this water repellent coating as well as like this scratch resistant plastic, which is also anti-fingerprint as well. Motorola logo is here with no fingerprint there because they moved it to the side, so I definitely think that's pretty cool that we also do get a fingerprint on the side as well on the X3. So you can see right here we both do have side mounted fingerprint sensors. The volume rockers are right above it, and then when you turn those cameras you can see that the X3 does stick out just slightly more than the Motorola G Power, so I just want to make note of that. And then when it comes to the height, they actually are about the same exact height, and like as far as top to bottom they are exactly the same height. But as far as the displays, we'll get into that in a little bit more detail. So we do get the SIM trays on the other side as well, but when it comes to the top, we are getting an IR blaster on the Poco X3 NFC, so you can control your electronics. We also do have a microphone up there as well, and headphone jack below with Type-C, and dual speakers on the Poco X3 NFC. So you don't get dual speakers on the Moto G Power, so I just want to let you guys know that. But both of these fingerprint sensors are actually pretty quick. Just to show you right here, you could see them for your very own eyes, and you can see that it unlocks really quick, so I didn't have any issues. Build quality on here is really good. You get that punch hole on the top, which houses the, I believe it's a 20 megapixel camera on the X3. On the Moto G, we actually have an 8 megapixel on the front. So we'll get into the cameras in a little bit more detail, but as you know, both of these devices do have all the sensors on here. So we are getting the gyroscope, light sensor, proximity sensor as well. So I definitely think it's cool that they also do include the compass and the fingerprint sensors for both of these devices as well. So overall, when it comes to, I do want to compare like the displays and everything like that. We'll get into that in just a moment. But as far as the overall weight, we are getting about 215 grams of weight on the Poco X3 NFC. So I just want to let you guys know that it does have a slightly heavier weight compared to the 206 grams of weight on the Moto. So it's made of polycarbonate on the Moto, as you can see right here. It has that really nice silver color to it. It shifts really nice as well in the light, and it has that nice logo on the back with the triple camera setup. I'll talk about that in just a second. But really nice displays on here. We have a 6.6 inch display on the Moto G, which is going to be a really large display. And then also on the Poco, we have a 6.67 inch display, so just slightly bigger. I don't even know if you could really see the difference, but it's just barely that it's bigger by a slight difference here. So let me just go ahead and unlock this real quick and put the brightness all the way up on both of these phones so you can see in fact how bright the screens are. So let me just see which one has deeper blacks, and they kind of have, you could definitely see that the Poco is slightly darker on there, but just by a little bit, not too much. So I definitely think that's pretty cool as well. But As far as the overall displays, we're getting 720 by 1600 on the Moto G Power and 1080 by 2400 Full HD Plus on the Poco. So we're also getting that punch hole notch at the top in the center of the Poco, whereas off to the left of the G Power, you can see that's where we're getting the punch hole on that one. So, you know, overall, you could see that we do have some really nice colors on both of these devices. So I just kind of want to showcase the colors of each picture and the blacks and things like that. But when it comes to the displays, you could definitely see we do have a scratch resistant this glass on the Moto G as well, and the pixels per inch on the Moto is 266 versus the Poco being 395. So we do have a 90 Hz refresh rate on the Poco, but we just have 60 Hz on the the Moto. So I just want to kind of show you, when you go into the display settings, which you get, you can change a lot of different things on both of these devices, but you can see the blacks are much darker on the Poco. It's a little way darker on the Poco when it comes to just looking at the settings option. This one is a little bit more, a lot grayer than the Poco, but you're definitely going to get that really quick screen display scrolling on the Poco. As you can see right here, you can feel the vibrations too when it hits the bottom to the top, which is crazy. And the Moto doesn't have that. I don't feel the vibrations hit when I'm scrolling. So we do get the option to change the colors to saturated, which is pretty cool, but I really do like those deep blacks on the Poco as well. So when it comes to the batteries, they both power through 2 days of battery life with no sweat. You get that 5000 milliamp hour battery on the Moto G, and then on the Poco you're gonna get that 5160. So when it comes to the graphics on the Poco, it's gonna be the 732G Snapdragon chip, clocked in at 8 nanometers and 2.3 gigahertz. But let's go ahead and look at the graphics that we're gonna be getting on this device. I just want to show you, it goes up to ultra with balanced. You can go up to HD on here and high, but I like to use the ultra frame rate when I'm gaming on this device. So coupled in the bundle, we get that 6 gigabytes of RAM, as well as an extra, you can use extra SD as well to save space for pictures and things of that nature and movies. I tried moving the apps to the SD card and it doesn't work on either one of these things. So I just want to let you guys know that. So we do get that 6 gigabytes of RAM with 64 gigabytes of internal storage. You can also pay a little bit more and get the 128 for this guy. So I just want to let you guys know that. And just really solid performance when it came to this guy. Overall, the gaming speeds were really nice and it flowed really smooth. So I didn't have any issues when it came to that. So I definitely like the gaming performance of this guy. We also do have the Adreno 618 on this thing, so really good refresh rate when it comes to that 120 hertz display. It just looks really clean when you're gaming on it. Now, game modes are present on both of these devices, more so for the Poco because you're gonna get that cooling chip for boosted performance as well. But this one, you're gonna get that more or less. You could, do screenshots like that, and you can also adjust the settings here, so you can get the option to do the toolkit access icon, block notifications, block cell phone calls, and block gestures when you're gaming and things like that. So I definitely think it's pretty cool that they add their own little twist to it as well. Now, we don't have the dual speakers on here, but we do have that Dolby, that sound effects right here. It's not Dolby, but it's really nice. It has a nice bunch of options to it. When it comes to the graphics, they're just going to be the medium to low frame rate. So just show you right here, we do get that medium frame rate that I wanted to show you right here. But overall gamer performance isn't too bad because we're also going to get the Snapdragon 662 along with. Now I just want to let you guys know that they do have a 4 gigabyte model with 64 gigabytes as well, which matches the X3, but this one is the 3 gigabyte with 3 gigabytes of RAM. So I just kind of want to be transparent and let you guys know that I do have the you know, that model. I don't have the 4 GB model, which will give you better performance with the 4 GB of RAM as well. So I just want to let you guys know how that usually is that when you get the extra gigabyte of RAM, it's better performance and things like that. Now there is a bit of stutters on here, so let me just check my Wi-Fi real quick. Now as far as the speakers, we don't get dual speakers, we only get a single firing speaker on this guy. We only get that 3 GB of RAM, like I said before, coupled with 32, but if you do get the other model, you will get better performance and things of that nature. But like I said, guys, this one is going to have the 3 GB coupled with the Adreno 610, so it's going to be slightly less graphic intensive when it comes to gaming, things like that. And I just want to let you know it'll just be a mediocre experience. I've definitely got bad connection on my Wi-Fi right now, on my mobile connection, but it's actually pretty decent when it comes to the gaming on here, so I didn't have any complaints whatsoever. Pretty decent experience when it came to the gameplay on here. Now, as far as the software on these guys, we're pretty much getting like a stock, like Android experience with this guy right here, which is the you know, the Moto G Power. It has Android 10 on it as well, so there's no skin on top. It's just straight up, you know, Android 10. Whereas we do have that, you know, that MIUI version, the 12.0.8. So, you know, it does have the 64 gigabytes, like I said before, and it also does. We're running on Android 11 on this guy, so you know, the performance is really good on both of these things. With that, with the stock performance on Android right here, it's really clean and doesn't get weighed down at all. So let's go into the storage so I could kind of show you on both of these things how that looks. So when you get into this interface right here, you're going to see that we do only have a few gigabytes left, and I did enter my SD card on this device, and it does show you that I can't move apps on there. So I just want to be completely transparent and let you guys know that, you know, I don't have that option to move, you know, apps and things of that nature. So when it comes to the storage on this guy, we don't have the option to move apps either. So this is kind of what it looks like. So you can see that I can put my pictures and videos there down below for the SD card option as well. I'm sure there is a way you can do it on both these devices, but straight out of the box, it doesn't give you that option. So I just want to let you guys know that as well. Now we are getting a 64 megapixel camera on the Poco and a 48 megapixel on the Moto. So when it comes to the cameras, you're going to get some pretty nice features, like I think they have night mode on both of these cameras. Now the Poco is going to have a much more like sophisticated camera lens, where you will be able to do things like pro video, and in picture you could do it as well with the pro video. We do also have a macro camera on this this guy right here, which is the Moto, and we also do have that on the, you know what I'm saying, the Poco on the left as well. So it's just a lot of features on the Poco. It goes up to 4K recording as well, but we don't get that traditionally here on the Moto G. So they did have the last year's version, I believe, did record in 4K. This one doesn't have that ability to do that. So I just want to let you guys know, you know, what you're getting right here. So it has some really good features on here, like shot optimization and smart composition, gesture selfie, things like that, leveler. But, you know, overall, you definitely don't have as many features as you do with the Xiaomi, but you do get night vision on there as well. And let's just take a look. So I definitely think you'll be able to get more better results with the 64 versus the 48, but both of these do take really good pictures and video. So I just want to throw that out there, that they both do actually perform really good when it comes to the camera department. So I just want to let you guys know that. But the Poco will do just a little bit better when it comes to that camera department, just to be 100% with you. And the last thing I want to talk about is the overall features that we are getting. We are getting flip to D&D on this one, so you could feel like a vibration on the whole phone. It just has really good haptics on this device when it comes to like the physical haptics on the outside. Whereas the software on the Poco has internal haptics, like when you're actually scrolling and things, you get vibrations. So this one, when you turn the phone upside down, you can feel the vibration when you put it down and up. I just kind of like that on this one as well, that flip to D&D feature. And even when you push the fingerprint, you can feel the vibration on the Moto. There's no vibration on the Poco when I do the fingerprint, so it does have that that fingerprint with a vibration on it. And you also get this toolkit shortcut. When you double press it, you can get your toolkit shortcut. So I think that's pretty cool that they do give you that as far as the features. And as far as the features on the Poco, you get that control center right here, so you could slide that down, do floating window, nearby share, NFC, screen recording, reading mode, things like that. You do get Wi-Fi calling on the Moto, which I think is really sick, but you don't get that on the Poco, so just keep that in mind as well. But definitely like both of these devices. Let me know what you guys think overall, but I'm gonna get right back with you in the comment section. You can do some really good things with either one of these things, screencast as well on both of these devices, so hotspot is included in the deal as well. But let me know what you guys think is the better value, and I'm gonna get right back with you. But I'll check you guys in the comment section. I'm also gonna show up in the next video real quick, but I'm gonna show up in the comment section right now. I'll meet you guys right there. Later, crew. I'll get right back with you. Peace.